I am about to tell y'all something so crazy, but I am currently in Singapore stranded because I let this guy named Omar Ba Diallo fly me out for a vacation, and he thought that I was going to talk shit about him to my mom. So this man kicked me out of our hotel, threw all of my stuff outside, canceled my flight, and then left me stranded here. And I have been by myself in Singapore ever since. And I just gotta tell somebody just in case I don't make it back to the US or whatever. But backstory, in 2022 or 2023, I dated Omar Ba Diallo. We ended up dating. It didn't work out. Fast forward, he has been trying to reach out to me ever since. In 2026, 2 weeks ago, he hit me up and asked, can he make it up to me for what happened in 2022? I said, I'm only into iconic things. What you got? He said, I want to fly you to Singapore for a vacation. And I said, well, I can't miss work. I like my 2 jobs. So he sent me $3,500 so that I would feel comfortable with missing work. Okay, boom, because I make good money. Fast forward. Anyway, I'm on the trip. We are all in love for the first couple of days. Everything is peachy clean. That's my man. Okay, out of nowhere, the day before, we have a couple of mishaps, but nothing that will lead up to what I'm telling you now. Nothing, what I'm about to tell you is going to make sense. Nothing is going to add up to what I'm telling you is about to happen now. Nothing's going to correlate. So 5 in the morning, we both go to sleep. We have been cuddling all night. We had just confessed our love to each other, whatever. We wake up at 5 a.m. We both do. I wake up to clean off my makeup because I slept in it. He wake up to get some water. We both go back to the bed. I realize I want to call my mom and my friends because it's 5 p.m. in Atlanta, Georgia. He goes back to sleep. He's only been asleep for 4 minutes. I tap him, say, hey, let me get the room key so I can go downstairs. He act like he don't hear me, but he did. He act like he don't hear me. Boom. I take the wrong room key and leave. And when I close the door, I realize I have the wrong room key. So I start calling his phone, and I realize that his phone's not ringing. It's on silent. How we on a vacation and the night before you just talking about marriage and kids and how we gonna do this and how we gonna do that and on this and this and that, and you want this with me, but your phone on silent? Second red flag. Okay, boom. I knock on the door. Immediately, I can see in his eyes, this is a switch. Like, this is not Omar. This is, I don't know who this is, but I could just tell, I have discernment, this is not the man that he was trying to portray to me. So boom, I walk past him through the door and I'm like, what are you acting like that for? I'm like, hey babe, give me the room key so I can go downstairs. I want to call my mom and my friends. He was like, you're not going downstairs to call your mom and your friends. In fact, you're going to get back in this bed, you're going to go to bed. And I'm like, no, I'm not. Then this boy proceeds to call me. He was like, you are so fucking dumb and slow. You lack common sense. And one thing we ain't gonna do is insult my intelligence, because you know what? I have 2 dual degrees. I have a dual degree at Clark, Atlanta. I am top dog at everything that I do. Okay? I'm an Aries. I don't play. One thing we would never do is say Mariah Melrose is slow, dumb, nothing. So I go off on him. I'm like, you're pathetic. I can't really clock it, but I think you might have mental issues, and they're just now coming out on the trip. Like, and I'm realizing you might have grown mental issues over the course of time that we have not been speaking. It's given pathetic. I'm going to go call my mom. I'm not sure if you think I'm going to go call a man or what is going on, but I'm going downstairs. I'm going to make a phone call. He's like, if you go out this room, you will not make it back in this room. So I'm like, yes, I will. No, I wasn't. I get outside, call my mom or whatever. They like, yeah, if you think he might have mental issues, you think he might be mentally ill, go upstairs, pack your bag, move your flight, and come home. I'm like, okay, cool. I go upstairs. This boy double bolted the doors. I go get concierge. They come upstairs. They like, yeah, man, we can't let you in this room because he double bolted the doors.
Oh, he double locked. He have double locked the key.
So they put me in a conference room because I have on lingerie and a robe. Because mind you, we were just in love the night before. So I'm in a conference room. I'm weeping and sobbing because I'm just trying to figure out what would make him think that I deserve this. Nothing that occurred in the past 2-3 days amounts to this. So my heart stops because the lady comes around the corner and she goes, I hate to break it to you, ma'am, but I just tried to talk to him and he said he does not know you and proceeded to throw all your stuff out in the hallway. My expensive camera equipment, my Sony V1, my G7X that I just got as a gift from another guy I'm dating. All my new clothes, everything, my passport. That boy was withholding my passport, y'all. So I'm weeping and sobbing in the conference room because I can't even believe that this is happening to me. I'm so distraught that the lady helps me proceed to pack my bag. She helps me book a new hotel with their sister hotel, calls me a cab. My thing is, I'm a good person, so I know that I will bounce back from this because good things always happen to me due to the fact of me being a good person. I would never do nobody like this. Yeah, I am gonna let God handle it, but when I tell you God don't play about me, over me wanting to call my mom, all because I wanted to call my mom, because you think that I'm about to throw dirt on your name or talk ill about you or have a conversation that is not around you, because I've been having all my conversations with my family and friends around him. So I'm thinking that he thinks that I'm about to talk about him or I'm about to call a man. Regardless, leaving me like this, I'm in Singapore. It took me 24-hour flight to get here, away from my friends and family. You would desert me in Singapore? So I get to the new hotel. I look at my itinerary. That man canceled my flight. And the reason why I let Omar book my flight is because I don't never, ever, 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 ever let a man book my flight. I always get the money first. But I had to I'm an accountability queen. I could take accountability. But the reason why I let him book my flight is because you sent me $3,500, which showed me that you cared, that I cared that I was missing work. My flight was $3K. So you damn near spent $7K for me to get here. In 2022, we were at odds. You let me borrow your car. I wasn't on your insurance or anything. I could have ran your car into the river. I didn't do none of that. You trusted me that I had your car for weeks when I got into a car accident before I got my dream car. But anyway, it's the fact that you had shown me so much trust, that you care about my well-being, that I would never think that you would do this to me. You're the one who brought me here because you said that you want to show me that you're the man for me. You want to date me. You want to make it up to me. You want to see where things go. You talking to me about kids and family, and you would leave me stranded in another foreign country. And I promise y'all, like I have never been more brokenhearted than I am right now. Like, I think this is the worst a man has ever done me. And I think what really, really, really like sends me over the edge, he told me some of his deepest, darkest secrets. He basically told me that when he was 9, he lived in West Africa, and that his parents smuggled him into the United States, and they paid somebody to steal an American person's name, so he has an American person's identity, their social and everything. He's not a real citizen. So he's been living under a fake name. His real name is Omar Ba, but he's under Omar Ba Diallo. So you are basically smuggled into the U.S. So you know what it feels like to be abandoned by your parents. You know what it feels like to go through what you're going through. You know what it feels like to, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what it feels like to be in a foreign country and you not have nothing or whatever. So the fact that you would leave me stranded on foreign land, my heart is so broken. Like, I can't even believe this is happening to me right now. I have been by myself on this trip ever since. Thank God I called my ex-boyfriend and he booked me another flight home. Thank God I called another guy that I was dating and he paid for my room for the rest of the week. And thank God I am loved back where I am at, because the fact that Omar would do this to me, knowing that he's all I have in Singapore, literally, like, you all I have. I'm not a loser, and I'm still living my life on this trip, but it's just really hard for me to live, because in the back of my mind, I'm just still struggling with the fact that this guy really deserted me in this foreign country. I am 24-hour flight-wise away from home, and I just need to put this story out here just in case I don't make it back to the U.S.